Today, we're going to be turning a log like this into an end table like this on Modern Builds. So the first thing you're going to need is a hammer and a wonder bar, or something to pry with. And you're just going to take that first layer of bark off of the log. After that's done, you're going to take your wonder bar and just scrape off the second layer. Once it's all clean, I just did a quick sweep. Then I grabbed a chalk line and some nails. This next step is to get the height of your tabletop and also to make it flat. So what I'm doing here is I'm measuring from the ground to where I want my tabletop to be, and then I'm just nailing in about 5 nails into the log, not very deep, not enough to leave a mark. And what you're going to do is use these as the guide for your chalk line. So what you'll do is you'll just wrap this around the log, and then once it's all flat and level, you'll just go ahead and snap your line, and you'll have a good level guide to cut. Don't forget to pull out your nails, and now it's time to get the chainsaw. So something I found that really helped was to make a guide by just cutting in about 1 inch into the log all the way around. This way you have a reference for flat and you know if you're getting off course. So before I could go any further, the stop at the end of the blade was getting in my way, so I just had to take that off really quick. Now, if you're using a chainsaw that doesn't have a bar that's thicker than the log, then this is going to take a little while, so just be patient. Don't rush because you want this tabletop to be flat. Otherwise, you're going to spend all day sanding and flattening. So here I'm just kind of cleaning it up, taking off a couple high points, and then sweeping. All right, so next I just got some 20 grit sandpaper and just went to town. After the top was finished, then I moved down to the sides. Sanding this, especially the first time through, is going to take a long time, and you want to make sure you do a good job at it. Make sure you get into all the crevices, all the creases, everything like that, and make it really smooth. Then I just sanded the top edge and rounded it off. So my log had been sitting outside for quite a while. Even though I left it in for about a week to dry, it was still a little bit wet. So what I did was I just set a few lights down to get some radiant heat and a fan right next to it to kind of blow some air through to let it dry out a little bit. While I let that dry, I got a piece of scrap 3/4 inch plywood to make the spacer for the bottom of the log. So what I did was I just drew a circle on the top of the plywood that had a radius of about 2 inches less than the log. Then I cut it out on the bandsaw. Then I got a drill and some wood screws, and all I did was just center it and attach it to the bottom of the log. Then you can flip it back over and check it out. Pretty cool. Next, I sanded the entire log with 60 grit, and my log on the top had a little bit of rot, so I had to dig that out with a pair of scissors and a paint can opener until I got down to solid wood. Hopefully yours doesn't have this. After that, I moved to some 120 and sanded the entire thing again. You're going to be doing a lot of sanding on this project if you want to make it nice. Then I moved to some 240 grit and just sanded the tabletop this time. then another switch to 320, and just hand sanded the top. After that, it was time for a finish. I'm just using tung oil, which looks nice. In hindsight, I probably just would have done a clear coat. I really like the really light finish of this pine log, but if you like the tung oil, go for it. Do whatever you want. This is where you get to make it yours. You're going to use a lot of finish doing the top because that's all end grain. No matter how much you sand it, it's going to soak up a lot of finish. After you stain the sides, you're done. Thanks you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for new content every week and to follow us on social media. And we'll see you next time on Modern Builds.